Hello, Papercut here with another replay review. Today we have Because of Baldur's Gate I Suck. Love the name. So this person reached out to me on Discord and they wanted me to look at specifically this game that they played against a Malian player. Now they won this game, but what's interesting is that they want to know, did they win basically well? If they were to play a higher level Malian player, what should they expect? Will it work? What do they need to tweak about this? Because they personally find themselves struggling against Malians. I love this forward thought process. There's a lot of times when we win, but there's things that when we win that against a better player they would have exploited, we would have lost. So I'm going to look at what could he do differently, especially against higher level play that might get him, like might bite him in the butt next time he plays a higher level Malian player. Not saying this person didn't do good, but they did lose. So let's jump into it. So first, openings is always really, really important. It's also important to think about the matchup. Roos is considered one of the best civs right now. They can do a little bit of everything. Malians, on the other hand, they are kind of hard to fight because they're so unique. One thing we know a lot of Malian players are doing is the cow boom. So you have an option here. If they're going to cow boom, you either need to get at them immediately, be hyper aggressive, which I've seen Roost players often do, and they have the capability to do that. Or you try to out boom them. I know you're going to try the out boom strategy. I know you told me that you can kind of try like 2 to 3 TC against them. So let's see how it works. And you have to do, if you're going to boom, you have to boom well, because their passive resources, their passive gold, the passive food they get from ranches is so good. So you go 2 scout, and then you go 3 scout. I love that you do it out of the hunting cabin to save workers. And you just do your hunting, which is good. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, you're about out of food. Yeah. He's gonna get that deer pick, that's fine. So the issue is, once you hit the 2 or 3 TCs, what do you do after that? So you go Kremlin, okay. No qualms with that. Oh, he left the deer. That's nice of him. Something I want you to consider, though, with an aggressive style. Aggressive can work really well against Malians, because as Roos, with your opening 1, you can get quickly onto gold and food and start pumping units immediately. You can put the Kremlin next to a wood resource and start getting archers really quickly. And your Knight Archer combo is really good against, well, not really good, but pretty good against Malians. They have to go into Javelin Throwers, they have to go into Donzos, and you can outmass them because early on, they're really trying, if they're really dedicated to this cow boom, they have to get up to gold pits, they have to be mining gold to get into ranches. If you can just stop their initial gold mine and start burning this down and keeping pressure on it, they can't get into ranches, they can't get the bonuses, and you will naturally just gather better than them because you have better eco resources with your increased gather rates, with your wood gathering rates. You just have better gathering resources early on that they don't have. They have to macro into their advantages. They have to get more gold. It allows them to get ranches, it gets them more food. So if you cut that off early, if you're hyper aggressive and cut that off, you can actually kind of win the game that way. You're kind of betting you can out macro them better, is what you're betting on. So you're going to go into second TC. Your second TC split's correct. You're not even doing any pressure. Like, you could drop a stable and do a knight. Like, 1 knight just to slow him down. But he does pre-make a barracks, so it's fine. Like, you're making the knight to make him drop a barracks and make units. So if he does that, you've already accomplished your goal. Alright, that's his first cattle ranch down. He has 2 Donzos out. Like that you have your scouts out watching. You put this first one here. This is nice. Here's the thing, though. If... looks like you're going to go third one. The third one should be, like, over here. You have this boar. You have these 2 boars over here. Killing these boars, 1 would get you into... I think it would get you into tier 3, killing these 2 boars. And it's so much food. That'd be my suggestion. Okay, so here's actually why I think 3TC against the Malian cow boom Potentially, isn't it? It is so slow. One, you're lucky that this, for some reason, this Malian player is getting stone, which means I think he might want to go second TC. This is silly. A high-level Malian player would see you going 3 TC. They would go all out on their cow boom. Like, they wouldn't make any more units. They'd go all on their cow boom. They would hit castle. As they're hitting castle, they would be dropping 3 to 4, 5 production buildings, and they'd be on you before you could hit castle. And I think it'd be really hard to stop. You're lucky that he has naturally slowed himself down. He has produced, in my opinion, too many Donzos. He is going on stone, which is going to slow down his castle push. And a higher level Malian player would just be hard pushing a castle. And once they hit castle, their food income, they can just continuously be making units. That's going to be hard for you to catch up. And you're just hitting your 3rd TC. Like, a good Malian player would be hitting castle at 10-minute mark, and you're going to be dropping so much food. Like, the problem with 3 TC is you have to spend so much food on villagers. To produce walking time, I'd put on a hunting cabin right here. But see, like, you're leaving 4,000 food on the table because you're now over here on these boars. My heater just kicked on. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to do this before the heater kicked back on, which sits right behind me. So sorry about the background noise. Maybe it's like an ASMR. Alright, killing a couple villagers here would be huge. Here's the thing, though. Even killing a couple villagers and Malians would be fine with the passive, but killing a couple of them, making them respawn, is really important here. And look, he's predicting it. That's a lot of Donzos. Yeah, you can't do anything. And once again, he overproduced. Like, what separates a really good player from a pretty good player is they know exactly how many units they need to have. He's overproducing right now. He has made too many Donzos. He's not making javelin throwers for some reason. Like, he doesn't need to. You have slowed yourself down. He really should be in castle by now. You're lucky he's not, honestly. Look at his resource split. Like, if he had put down a market, he should be going to the castle now. He should have more ranches. Yeah, he could have 1 more ranch with 3 more cows in it. So, I say this to say that you're lucky that your opponent is slowing himself down. Which is why I think 3 TC is too slow for Rus. The reason, like, Abbasid can pull off 3 TC is because their villagers are cheaper. And look, you're already having a wall up. You're hoping right now, and really, you should be going up to castle too. You have so much gold. You should be selling gold into food and going up to castle right now. But right now, you're playing the game of, can I hold until my villager count outweighs his passive resources? Because right now, look at the resource. He's getting more resources than you, and you're on 3 TC. I don't think you're going to be able to kill this ranch. Yeah. I would have... So, to actually probably poke a couple units here, I would have sent 2 knights in and pulled the Donzos, had 2 knights over here, and rushed the knights in to right here, and pop the... Like, if you have 2 knights charging, it's a villager dead, and you run back away. And you keep doing... You need to split and have them chase you. Or if you had brought these knights in over here and kept the 2 over here, then when he ran over to chase you, you can send them in. Like, that's what you need. You need to split your knights, split his forces to grab villagers. Okay, you're on stone to get a castle. So, like, what's your plan at this point, right? What units are you going to go into? So I see you doing horsemen, knights, horsemen and knights. So you see he's going heavy into Donzos. You need a lot of archers. I think your best bet would probably be archers, men-at-arms, and mangonels. Archers to kill his Donzos, men-at-arms to tank. He would go into Musafati, which would also be really hurt by archers. If he goes javelin throwers, that's what you need your mangonels for, which would wipe out those javelin throwers. The reason I'm hesitant to say go horsemen or knights is because you need so many horsemen to get on javelin throwers to slow them down. You need a lot of knights. He already has a significant amount of Donzos. And my guess, he's going to win because... You're going to win because he's just not going to attack you fast enough. So here he is. He's pushing through. Why is he pushing in here? So look at this unit number. He has 16. He has 40 of 16. He only has 40 because he's pop capped himself. You're trying to trade now? This is really greedy. This is super greedy. If it works, it's great, because then you have all these extra resources. But you're also lucky he attacked you from a really weird angle. He decided to not attack the TC side, which I get. But this is where all your eco is. And you have to go through his town center, and he has to go through the Kremlin. Like, sure, this is well and good, but if a good Malian player would also be massing, not Sipahi. Oh my gosh, I can't remember their cavalry name. And I just literally played a Malian match the other day. Oh wait, he has one right here. Sofa! He would have gone, if he had mass Sofa and just been raiding you, you would, like, and this is a map that's easy to wall, right? On most maps, you can't wall that easy. He'd be a good Malian player would be Sofa raiding you like crazy. And it'd be hard for you to respond. He'd have so many units, he'd be Sofa raiding you on one side, he would be attacking you on another. And you're noticing you're hitting this issue where you have so many units, you have so many villagers, that's going to be hard to... Eventually you have to move out on the map, right? Once you run out of this, if... Right now he's making this bet. If you do this like sort of 3TC style, there's this bet going on. His bet is that he can outlast you, have to move on the map, and then he kills you, move on the map. Your bet is that you can mass enough eco and outpush him once you have to leave your base. He doesn't really have to win here. He has to keep you in his base. He has to keep you in the base. And once you run out of wood, you have to either go down here or push out. And he has to outlast you. So you have to put down a keep here. And this is when he should probably abandon this spot right here. What did he spend his stone on? Did he do a second TC? Did he upgrade tower? I'm legitimately confused. What he spent his... Did he sell his stone? I think he sold his... market? He gathered almost 400 stone. But I don't know what he spent it on. This is really confusing. Is he in a market? He isn't a market. I don't know what he spent stone on. That's weird. Anyway. So at this point you're going to win because you're finally, if you notice the income per minute, you're actually now getting more income. You're getting more food, you're getting more gold. All you have to do is live. Eventually you outmass them. Or are those villagers building a keep? No. Maybe he got upgrades for towers. He keeps kind of ramming his head into this spot. If I was him, I would have kept my infantry here, but you would have had you should not be getting on this gold right here. He should have Sofa here that are like this. This is insane. A better player, no matter Malian or not, a better player would have some sort of raiding unit here ready to attack these villagers the second they move out. And then if you rotate to stop them, then he walks in with rams and he kills this, or he just walks by it and starts going into your eco. He is letting you boom, basically, without punishing you for this. And then you're eventually just going to overwhelm him. You notice he's winning fights. He's still able to produce more units than you. You're just now starting... Now that you made your farm transition, you're going to be fine. But you notice I took you to the 20-minute mark. It's a lot of time. You even put the second keep here, which really that keep should go like here. To protect this gold. These gold, like the keep should go here. These golds are way more important than this spot right here. You already have a keep here. But at this point, the game's pretty much over. Huge mango shots. He should have backed up and made you come forward. And now you can just outproduce him. Doesn't even matter. Keep in mind, you also could have raided too. You could have sent knights over here and raided. Actually, he put up walls, didn't he? Yeah, he did. But you didn't. Now you got trade going. This is actually insane. Man, javelin throwers are so good. They do so much damage. 12 damage. Nah, you have to attack now. 160 villagers? Yeah, you just attack and you keep... Oh, you aged up. Okay. What'd you age up with? Oh, okay. Now it's just you should have enough production that you're just constantly producing your whole army again and again and again. And then you just overrun him. You notice he still almost broke through. He destroyed one of your landmarks. He's almost got your castles down. Yeah, it's over. So here's the thing. I think against a good Malian player, or one who really sensitive, who knows exactly how to macro through their stuff, a 3TC Roost build will get you killed. I think a 2TC Roost build can work, but you have to hit 2TC and then immediately get the castle, and then you have to get at him. You have to get relics, and then you have to basically survive, and your goal is to get to Imp, because you would actually be on a stronger of Imp with Streltsy, and I would go to Siege Landmark and just get really good Siege. And then Streltsy Siege with a few spears or Men at Arms to tank will be your best bet. I also think just an aggressive feudal push is really good against the Malians, because if you can get them off their groove, if you let them just macro shit into it, they'll feel really comfortable and they'll get a huge mess. But here's the issues with the 3TC build, and just some things you should keep in mind. One, you need to wall up and protect all parts of your eco. A few Sofa raids would have killed you. He should have been a good player, will sit on your resources, knowing that with how many villagers you have, you will have to leave your base and go to those resources. He would have got you then. Two, you notice that he was slow in his age up. If he will scout better and he will age up faster, and he'll be in your base before your 3TCs pay off. It's just super greedy, and you're lucky that he didn't punish you fast enough to do it, and he kind of just like dented himself. He just kept hitting the same spot again and again and again, instead of at no point rotating to different spots, and kind of gave you that win. That's not to say you didn't play well, but I think as you rise, the 3TC will lose you the game more than it will win you the game. So that's my thoughts. Hopefully it's helpful to you. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're interested in coaching, I do direct coaching. If you're interested, DM me on Discord for details. I'd love to talk through what that means and how I could help. But yeah, hope that was helpful, and good luck on your games.